welcome my dear teachers. Today we will do a case study. Welcome for the Panchakosha development series, and I am Dr. Rajni Rao, your friend and coach, and in today's session we will do a case study, and the case study is in India we have only 18% foundational literacy. Only average of 18% class 3 kids can read class 2 textbooks. Then 72% children are failing. We will try to understand why and how it is related to Panchakosha and the brain development. Well, the 72% kids who failed, let's understand what could have happened. So, we are going to analyze how the dad's brain, that is reptilian brain, crashed in 3rd standard for a child. Number 2, why did it crash? Number 3, how did it crash? Number 4, now how will the mom brain, that is the emotional brain, switch to help the neocortex or the kid brain, and how will the kid brain perform with the support of the emotional brain. So those who have not watched the previous videos, let me just tell you that we call the reptilian brain as the head of the family, that is dad, the emotional brain as the mom, and the new neocortex brain as the kid brain, which is very smart member of the family. So this is a beautiful analogy to understand the brain operation in context with the family. So now let us understand what happens at 3rd standard. So we have discussed all the learning gaps, how the child can believe that a letter can make a sound, how the uppercase A and lowercase a are same when both letters look so different. So the average brain starts developing so many confusion, and the child's language skills have not improved to ask these as a full formed questions. So now all these doubts that arise triggers this reptilian brain, that is dad's brain, which always wants to remain safe. And now there is so much of learning gaps that's happening when it comes to the context of English. So UKG 1st standard, the brain is still forced to understand. Rote learning still works till 2nd standard, but after 2nd standard, when spellings go hey, you cannot read it phonetically if you haven't understood, and you haven't understood because you haven't been taught in a right way. So with all these confusion to name, so let me just take one example. For example, we will read this word. I have done detailed videos on this, so please watch it. Okay, so now at. This is very simple. Then it is at. This is also very simple. Now look what happens when I change the beginning sound from to a. Is it a, at? No, as you read in at, here the complete word is different. It is eat. And how will this brain understand this? This is a very simple example that I am giving. Going further, the child's brain will find so many learning gaps that by 3rd standard, this dad's brain, that is reptilian brain, decides this is a language that I cannot understand more. I don't want to understand. And the mammalian brain, that is the emotional brain, will now support, will have to listen this reptilian brain. That is why I told you this is head of the family, and the emotional brain will now create a lot of fear, guilt, shame, and the neocortex brain will not learn, and this reptilian brain will crash and win. The child will no more try to read and write. You have seen children giving up to read, to write. Most of the parents face this challenge. It is only because of all the learning gaps, confusions, doubts that arise. The reptilian brain take control and stops operating. So this is the scenario. This was the case study and example for you to understand the brain operation, because you are a brain builder. So how can we reverse this? How can we help the neocortex brain to understand better? is through a right methodology. In this context, I am giving you in the right method. When we have the right method where the child can now learn happily. So the same scene, same spelling, if you teach them through the right way, right method, YEAT is not add but eat. When the child understands this, the neocortex brain will become very happy. And when this is very happy, when this learns something, this brain, it will suddenly communicate to the mom's brain and tell, I am very happy learning this, I am enjoying, I want to learn more. And once the emotional brain finds this confidence in the neocortex brain, it will now ignore the dad brain or the reptilian brain. Now the emotional brain will completely support the child brain. It will give all the confidence, more power, more resilience. Both of them will enjoy learning a new concept, and this reptilian brain will become calm and silent. So only when there is a happy learning atmosphere, the emotional brain understands there is happiness around and triggers more happy hormones and stay silent. It will not make any noise in the child's mind, and now this neocortex will learn everything happily. So as brain builders, in accordance with Panchakosha, what you'll have to understand is keep this learning brain happy, create happy atmosphere, eliminate confusions, doubts, fear, guilt, shame, everything, and you will see the brain in each and every kid. We see 20 kids, 30 kids in a classroom. Imagine you are seeing the brains. All the neocortex smart brain will be shining, will be glowing to learn more when you create a happy environment and when you have the right and good methodologies in your classroom. Hope this example helped you as a brain builder. Watch it once again to understand the depth of this topic, and please share this video with everybody who should understand the child's brain first and then work with kids. And I will see you in the next video.